There it is.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, my love.
Okay, introduction. So, welcome everyone to Fireside 5, which is a beautiful, cozy session where I just connect with another beautiful woman of this world and ask her 5 cozy questions that I think it's really important for all of us to consider and share. And today for Fireside 5, we have the amazing Candice Hooper with us. Backstory, Candice and I met, golly gosh, what would you say, six
I
years
was.
ago?
Did I have two? Did I have two babies? I did. I had two kids
Your,
then.
your two boys, yes, you did. I would say it was pre-COVID, so let's say 6 to 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we were both staying at Waves Campground, a gorgeous site that all of you must visit if you're able to, especially if you have kids.
Yeah, one of the
And
best.
Candace was there, and she would take the morning yoga sessions and also had massage therapy with beautiful essential oils, both of which I absolutely loved and was a part of. And we just clicked, and there was something that just felt right for both of us in terms of our connection. And so we began following each other on Instagram, and that connection sort of came and went. And Candace, and since coming back to Australia, we were able to connect in Byron Bay. But aside from that, Candace, you're this amazing entrepreneur who has just gone from strength to strength with starting with your massage and your yoga space and moving into your essential oils, and then now moving into being this amazing guide and mentor for women, stepping into themselves, creating the life they want, finding that life purpose. Your virtual online offerings are super sacred. You've just done a retreat up in Byron Bay, which I know was super magical and lovely for you. And yeah, is there anything else you would share on that, Candace?
Yeah, that was beautiful. Yes. Um, yeah, it's been a journey, and it was, yeah, probably it's really cool actually that we met when I was really hands-on in my work, right? I was so hands-on,
Yes.
and I feel like I'm literally just about to launch a new portal, and I think it's just really beautiful that and do you know what? It probably was like, yeah, 6 7 years ago, which is quite a beautiful number in numerology, right? We sometimes have these 7 year cycles, 7 and 9 year circles. So yes, we met when I was very hands on, and I used to do all my work hands on, and now my work's evolved to more online. And
Yes.
now my next portal of work is working with like the space holders who I kind of used to be. It's kind of like, I don't like that term crone, and I don't feel like I'm really right there, but I'm heading towards mid 40s, and I've been doing this work for
Yes.
25 years. So I felt really called. I had a few signs this last year with my last portal that I ran with my women to step into more supporting the space holders. So it's really cool that, I'm not very hands-on anymore at all. Um, but I work with a lot of people who are, so it's really beautiful.
Yeah, that beautiful sort of cycle in terms of you having done that and now supporting those from your experience to support that too. Um, and I wonder, just quickly, can you share with us all, is there feedback for you?
No, is that for you?
Yes.
If I move it. Oh no, do you have stuff in the background of you?
Oh, I have trucks and everything. I can't
That's what
hear
I feel like.
myself again anymore, so that's good. I
I
have
can't hear
trucks and
anything.
traffic.
But I can still hear your voice totally fine.
Beautiful. Can you share what you mean by space holder?
Space holder for me is someone who holds a space for another's transformation. So whether that is through body work or yoga, or I was thinking this, I have a real estate client, but she like literally helps someone transform their whole environment, right? She sells them a new space. Coaches, mentors, naturopaths. I literally, after this, I'm jumping into a call with a client who's a naturopath. So anyone that holds the space for another's transformation,
Yeah.
that's what That's what I define as a space holder.
I'm even wondering, like, your thoughts on working with teachers. Yeah,
And mothers, do you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
100%, 100%. Um, anyone, and I think as women, we're all space holders,
yeah,
to some degree, for our friends, or like if we don't have children, for our parents eventually. So yes, I hadn't really thought about that, but probably the work that I'm doing, like you said, entrepreneurship, like I love business, like I always have
yeah,
had my own business. So I find that I really resonate with someone who has their own business, because I don't
yes,
really understand. I've had many clients who have jobs or in corporate or something like that, but I don't really understand what it's like to not have complete freedom over your
yes,
time. So I find it quite challenging I haven't been there. I haven't worked for someone else. So I find that challenging. I can help you with your inner world 100 million%. But when someone has their own business, what I see is the freedom that we create internally, like, can really easily then come into their reality, because when you have your own business, you can have so much freedom.
yes, yes. I love that. Thank you. Are you ready for some fireside five questions?
Fire 'em at me, baby.
All right. So, three just to tap into this space, tea or coffee. And I know that you're going to perhaps want a third option there. Am I right?
Cacao.
Yeah.
I am actually drinking a herbal tea, but yeah, no, I'm not a coffee drinker. I quit that 5 or so years ago. It was just it's just fake energy in my body, and it didn't
Yes.
really feel good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful. What's
Mm.
your favorite way to reset?
My favorite way to reset, probably a nap. Hey, like literally, like
Yes.
unplug, have a nap. I might have a sauna as well, but some form of disconnection from everything. A bath, those types of real easy.
Yes. That
Jump in the
stillness.
ocean. But a
Yeah.
nap for me is like the ultimate unplug.
Yeah. And do you set a time limit for your naps?
Do you know what? I don't. I've been told so
Yes.
many times that I should, but
Yes.
I am blessed that I have freedom, so I can nap. Like if my body needs a whole day nap, it can. But it's really interesting you say that, because I don't. The more aligned my business becomes, the less I actually need those daytime naps. So
Yes.
yeah, it's interesting when I know that I need them. It's probably because I've been going pretty hard.
Yes. Yes. I agree. And what is one song or book that lights you up right now?
One song or book. I have many songs. Being a manifesting generator in human design, I am just kind of like, I'm halfway through a song and I'm skipping to the next song already. So,
Yes.
like, it's really hard. But the book that comes to mind, I have, as also a manifesting generator, if I was to take a photo of my bedside table, there's probably like 10 books, and I read them all like randomly, right? But I really love, I don't know if you've read it, it's called A Return to Love.
Okay.
It's Marianne Williamson, and it's based on A Course in Miracles.
Okay.
It's such a beautiful, I like, mine is so dog-eared. I use it like tarot cards. I open it each day and read from it. It's just so soul nourishing.
Okay.
It's just one that I've loved forever.
Can you say that title and author one more time?
A Return to Love
Yep.
by Marianne Williamson.
Okay. Thank you.
Get
Good
it.
stuff.
And then actually what's popping into my mind, I think you shared it, it's the power of, is it the power of the subconscious mind? Joe's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
such a powerful book, man.
Yeah.
A lot of my teachings are based on like some of his work, and
Yes.
such an epic book.
It is. It is. And I'm at the tail end of it now. And even, yeah, just setting those intentions. And this weekend, I'm going to update my vision board. And yeah, so yes, it's a great book. Great
Yeah,
book.
yeah. And the power of the mind, that's where I've kind of landed. Like, yes, I did the body work and the yoga and Ayurveda and all of that stuff, but I just kept going deeper and deeper. And so I've landed in the subconscious mind, which is where I work with my clients now through hypnotherapy and stuff,
Yeah.
because it really is the root cause of so much, like the body can't relax if it's constantly feeling like it needs to prove itself through hard work. So there's like, once you plant that little seed, or you change, I call it recoding in the subconscious mind, then it's like the yoga and the meditation has such a deeper impact, and the body work, because the mind's saying it's safe to relax,
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's so powerful and so beautiful. And I think it's so great that you're tapping into that.
Mm.
Here's your first Fireside 5 question. Candice, what's one thing that's been nourishing your body or soul lately?
That the first thing that pops into my mind is just dance. Like,
Yes.
dance is such a big part of my life now. So I dance most days. As I'm saying that though, like I'm noticing I'm like the last probably 4 days I haven't. But dance for me gets me right into my body. Um, it frees my body, and like whatever is going on, I feel it really, like I can cry when I'm dancing. I can laugh out loud when I'm dancing. Like so much emotion comes up for me.
Yeah.
And especially for me, I think, and I don't know if a lot of women resonate with this, but when I was younger, I needed drugs or alcohol to dance, like, because it's such a free, expressive experience. And so now, like, being able to dance so freely, nothing, like,
Yeah.
it's just so powerful. I use it a lot in my work as well with women, because it just, yeah, I just love it. I love it for so
Yes.
many elements.
Yeah. And it's that somatic healing, just feeling into
100%.
what needs to move and allowing whatever needs to be freed up and released. Yeah. Such a
100%.
healing. Yeah.
It's so healing. And like you just said then, like I think I spent like, 10 years teaching yoga, and it's not that it's rigid, but there's like, there's guidance in that type of yoga. And what I learned from my own practice and kind of stepping away from yoga was when then I came on the mat, I just wanted to move in non-linear ways and all of this stuff. And it's interesting now I'm starting to come back to those linear ways. It's fascinating how the body guides. But what I found, yeah, with everyone talks about somatic practices, but it's like fucking just movement. Like that's literally, it's movement with presence. It doesn't have to be any more complicated than that.
Yes.
And dance, I feel like it's fun as well, right? It's so fun.
Yeah.
Plus you have deep releases, plus you're moving the body, plus it's intuitive. And then I think when you add an element of doing it with other people, you move through so much visibility blocks. I work with a lot of
Yeah.
women who have witch wound, which is like afraid of being seen and all of this stuff, expressing ourselves. And so then add, dance in front of other people. It brings this whole next level of healing as well. So I just find it so simple, but it's so fucking powerful.
Yeah. 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 It is. It really is. Okay. Question 2. When do you feel most alive, free, or untamed?
Yeah, it was funny when you said that. I was like, dance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And dancing, there's a beautiful woman down here who runs these free women dance sessions. So we dance at sunrise, and it's just so beautiful. And then we dive into the ocean, and it's so powerful. And yeah, on my retreat that we just did, we did dance every single morning. And when you're really present with it, it's so alive. It's so freeing. And we see so many images of witches back in the day dancing around the fire, and they make it look really creepy and odd, but they're just fucking women having the best fucking time
Yeah.
dancing around the fire,
Yeah.
just so wild and free. And I think that's the thing, after I leave these dance circles with these other women, it's like you feel so wild and untamed. No wonder they were so scared of women like that, right? Because you can't control a woman, especially a wild woman. We are so unpredictable. We are so uncertain, all of these things. So yeah, I'd have to go dance again. And it's a bit boring,
Yeah.
but dance again.
Okay. Do you want to just do copy and paste dance? Let's see. You ready? Let's
Maybe
see.
it's going to end
Let's
up
see.
like that.
Okay. What's a feeling or story you've been holding on to lately?
Mm. This one, I was like, when you asked me this, I was like, there's something that's there. I know it's there. And then
Yeah,
I'm working with a new business coach at the moment. And it was really interesting the other day on the call. I can get my solar plexus, like it gets quite, that's where I can feel, and it's all about power and stuff. And I've noticed along my journey of stepping more and more into success, more and more into leading, kind of, being more a leader in the spaces that I work in. My solar plexus, like it really can start to lock up and
oh yeah,
contract.
yes,
Yes, which is probably, all of this, right? But she was talking about like declaring, my business coach was talking about declaring her goals for the month. And it was really fascinating because I just was like, whoa, that takes so much bravery to declare your goals in front of everyone. And I realized then we chatted it out. And so there was this story that I realized that surfaced for me, that even though I teach on like there is no such thing as failure and all of this is what I teach, failure, there's only feedback and all of that. But what I realized in this conversation was that the story I had, but it wasn't okay for me to fail. It was really
yeah,
interesting.
yeah,
Yeah. So I never really let myself declare these big goals to the world, or, even if it's just really boldly to myself and to God and the universe. I would kind of half-heart put them out there because, I'm leading a lot of people. I can't fail. And she just gave me so much permission in that moment. She's like, well, she says she holds herself to the same standards she holds her clients, which is they're allowed to fail. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that I've been doing that. But then, yeah, so my whole solar plexus just released, it's like, I'm allowed to fail too. Wow.
yes,
Okay. I'm allowed to fail. And then she said this thing and she's like, and babe, if you are like consistently hitting your goals, means your goals aren't big enough. So like
yes,
you even want to fail. So that was a story. And I still feel like my body's kind of, I'm processing that a bit, like
yeah,
letting the solar plexus kind of need to not fail and stay in front. There's this kind of
mm,
thing, and I've always admired that in women who have very successful businesses. To there's codes that they have that, I was like, I don't have that. I know I don't have that code just yet because there's still this need to prove, like,
yeah,
and you can't have that when you're holding so many other women. So
yeah,
yeah, that's the story that's unraveling for me right now, which is feels
yeah,
like on the other side is so much fucking freedom and expansion.
yes. And what a beautiful story for you to move through and experience so you can then tap into that sense of failure and the nourishment that comes from that with the women that you're working with as well.
100%, right? 100%.
Yeah,
And I know that this story, it's one that with my program that's opening next week, it's like one that is, everything's perfect timing. It's a story that needs to unravel to fully
perfect timing, right?
yeah, especially when you're aware, right? When you're aware that when you're
Yes,
moving towards something and if something comes up, it doesn't mean it's the wrong path or it's not aligned or you're not good enough or you're not capable enough. It means there's this little piece here that needs love and care and attention and I call it coding, recoding, alchemizing, whatever you want to call it, releasing, shifting.
yeah,
That's all it means. And I used to
yeah,
think a lot of like, oh, this just means it's not aligned for me. And
yeah,
I've realized that's pretty much bullshit.
yeah. And it makes me think about that beautiful metaphor of the tree as well. And it's only from the wind that the roots can really be deepened and strengthened. And so when we have those challenges or those failures, what it's doing is really deepening and solidifying our roots. And so
100%.
yeah, and so
That
how what
anchoring,
beautiful
right?
gifts. Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
that anchoring. And I feel like that's like to be a powerful space holder because I know I'm moving into powerfully space holding with my business. Um, you need to be, it's that tree, isn't it? Like, you need to be such a strong pillar when someone, you know, and I've learned that in the space holding world, when someone's wobbling, when someone's undoing in front of you and collapsing on the floor, you need to not undo with them. You need to be so fucking rude. And that only comes from having those roots, because you've undone and you've collapsed and you're alive, and you know it's part of the process, and in fact it's actually fucking beautiful. And so I think that's the thing, is that every time that happens, it's like those roots get deeper and you become a more powerful space holder every single time.
Yes, I agree. And I think that there's this sense of safety as women when we work with these guides and mentors and coaches, knowing that they've done the hard yards and they've experienced grief and they've experienced failure and they've experienced falling down and building themselves back up, because we know that it's going to come from a space of authenticity and empathy and deep compassion, because they've been there, rather than just having trained to be able to hold this space.
100%, and that's something that I have learned so deeply running my programs for the past 3 years, because we run it women, and we connect every single day, like very intimately, and it's been so healing for me, but so healing for the women. Like, I lead with such deep vulnerability, and what was so healing for me was, you know, these women reflected back to me, there was a part of me 3 years ago that thought if I led with that vulnerability, they would feel unsafe. There was that, right? But when I led with the vulnerability, like you just said, they're like, oh my God, like, I trust you so fucking deeply. And I'm like, it's so funny how as women we think vulnerability is weakness, but it brings us together. It connects us. It is the thing that makes other women feel safe around us. So it's fucking vulnerability, I feel like, is one of the highest forms of connection.
I agree. In all relationships.
100%.
Yeah, because you're putting all your cards on the table. There's no facade. And so those who choose to stick around, they're sticking around for the whole of you, and they want to be there with the whole of you. And for those who it's too much, that's absolutely fine. But I'm not going to keep a facade up just to make you feel comfortable and safe as well, because that's not honest for either.
100% right. It's not truthful, and it's exhausting.
It is exhausting.
And you can't, it's going to drop eventually, you know. And I think that's part of the stepping into my new role, is I see so many people like I used to be, right? It doesn't need to be this. It's like, you know, I think I was telling you the difference between, I used to run retreats before my kids were born. I used to run them all the time. And then this retreat that I just run recently in Byron Bay, it was so different. But what made it so different is how fucking comfortable I am in myself now. And so it was so relaxed. It was so chill. We were laughing all the time. Whereas 10 years ago, you know, I thought I had to be the guru, the yogi. I didn't know this at the time, but I had unconsciously these coats on, it felt like, of you need to be the yoga teacher, so there you need to do this, do that, you know. It was all unconscious, but there was definitely this element. Whereas now it's like, this is who I am. I can practice yoga. I can also just laugh my fucking ass off forever. I can have a glass of wine or drink a cacao. Like, there's just no fucking box anymore that I'm trying to stay in and be. And so it's just, and this is what I'm learning with business. Like, the more I do that too, the more, and I see other women, it's like, it becomes so fucking easy. Like, it's so fucking easy to make fuck tons of money and fucking help the world and be in alignment with yourself and be joyful. But it's dropping those freaking facades, like you just said. Like, you have to drop them, which isn't also easy, but it's so worth it.
Yeah, it is worth it. It is worth it. And it's having that trust and faith that everything's going to be okay. But are you prepared to sort of shed and let go of everything that doesn't serve you at the moment?
which sounds
Yeah,
really terrifying.
it is.
And it is a process. And I think that's like, we spend a whole month in one of my programs on surrender,
Yeah.
like from to surrender. So it's a whole month we practice it, and you know it can be scary in the beginning, but once you learn the art of surrendering and how to physically do it and emotionally do it and mentally do it, it's like now I get really fucking excited, like, you know, and I feel like the universe, God, is you don't want to let go of, because you think every time we do it, it's like as if something shells amplified. You've got lived experience.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh my gosh, beautiful. No dance.
No dance for that one. Dancing
What's
cat.
one, there could be. What's one small ritual, pleasure, or habit that grounds you?
I, I'm not going to say dance for this one, but I was just thinking, for me, it's cooking for my family. Like,
Oh,
I bake for my family every single day. Like, they wake up to fresh cookies, and like my eldest son, he's 13, he eats everything. So, like, you know, I make him egg and bacon sandwiches, and like my husband, and it's something I see so many women wanting to outsource, like as they get busy, and I just so recommend to women, like, if you're not resent when you fill your own cup, like for me, I fill my own cup. It's my priority. I fill it every day. I do work I love. I, like, you know, I spend time tending to myself. And so there's no resentment. There's no like
yes.
wanting to wash that
Yeah.
away. And I feel so sad for the women who feel like they want to get rid of that. I work with so many women come into my world, and I'm like, I don't know if you actually do want to get rid of that. Like, it is so beautiful to tend to your family, but you need to have the energy to tend to them. And so that
Yeah.
grounds me, right? And I remember, like, I've had some big, like, because I do a bit of quantum leaping, you know, when we use the subconscious mind and manifesting, and when I've had some big things drop in, and your nervous system can sometimes be a bit like, whoa, for
Yeah.
me, it's like, come back to just doing the fucking dishes, cooking for my family, like snuggling on the couch. So those things really ground me. Just the things that sometimes you wish you could just outsource, they're actually some of the most magic
Yes.
grounding practices for me.
Yeah. And I get that. I get that. But like you say, it's only enjoyable that giving to others if I've done my stuff as well to give to myself. And when you say
100%.
too, like those beautiful women who you work with who want to get rid of that, I wonder too if it's they don't realize they don't want to get rid of that, but they want to get rid of the feeling of resentment that comes with it. And that's only going to shift away when they're doing stuff for themselves as well.
100%. And that resentment, I really know that resentment, you know, it's like,
Oh yeah.
it's always towards yourself. You think it's towards others, but it's
Yes.
towards yourself, because you said yes when you really should have said no. And so many women, when we start to look at that and we start to look at their yeses and their nos, you know, they say that their family is everything, but they're literally saying yes to everyone else. And so when you understand that a yes is simultaneously a no, it really wakes you up. You know, you're actually saying no to your family, who you say you were saying yes to, but you're not, by saying yes. And
Yes.
and the yes to someone else, even if it's not taking directly from your family, it's taking from you, then tending to your energy,
Yeah.
which is then how you give to your family. So yeah, it's like looking at all of those things. And you're right, it's like, yeah, they don't want to stop that, they want to shift the resentment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
What did you bake this morning?
I always, at the moment, I'm baking, I just do these oat cookies. So it's the best recipe. It's bananas, butter, oats, chopped chips, and cranberries.
Yum.
Yeah, and then they eat them for breakfast on the way to the bus as well. It's like a win-win-win-win-win. And yeah, that
Yummy.
it's good.
Candice, if your inner wild self could speak today,
Mm.
what would she say?
I think similar to this whole theme that we've been talking about of literally just be yourself,
Yeah.
like, and more yourself. Like, I feel like people don't understand the more you are you, the more you receive everything you've ever wanted, you know? Like, it sounds easy, but it's also fucking really hard because so many people,
Yeah.
for one, lots of people don't even know who they are because they've
Yeah.
got so much conditioning. But we literally just in my group yesterday, I just gave them the prompt of like, what have you always made wrong about yourself, right? And
Yeah.
I feel like human design is a real powerful permission piece for this. And it's like when you really see that everything that you've made wrong, like, you know, anyone watching this, make a list. What are all the things you've made wrong about yourself? And if you shift your perspective, every single one of those things is your fucking superpower when harnessed
Yeah.
and embraced firstly by yourself. You can't wait for someone else to embrace it within you. You have to embrace it yourself. But like for me, for example, being a manifesting generator, never finishing things, right? I constantly felt like a failure because I just like get bored and I just can't finish. I don't want to finish that thing.
Yeah.
I realized my superpower is I gather the information that fucking quickly and then I'm done. And, you know, I've been able to create like many space holders who are manifesting generators. You're a manifesting generator, aren't you? Yeah.
I
We
am.
gather so many tools, right? We're kind of like shamans because we gather so many tools and we can pull from so many different areas to support whoever's in front
Yeah.
of us. And so when we don't make it wrong, you know, if we need quiet time, we make that wrong. If we need people, we make that wrong. If we speak too much, like my thing was always speaking, right? All my human design, my numerology is around speaking, but I always thought I was too much and too talkative. And so, you know, everything starts to shut down. And
Yeah.
now literally my work is built. People pay me thousands to just voice note. And that's like, I never thought that someone would pay me to just be me. But I feel like in human design as well, we're moving into something called the new paradigm, and it's all about the individual. And I find it really fascinating. We're going into a world where people are going to be paid just for being them, but we need
Yeah.
to, first of all, understand our gifts, understand and unblock all the parts behind them. And yeah, so my wild self would be like, the more you are, seriously, the better your life just gets, just as a
Yeah.
byproduct.
I love that. And I think that's such a powerful message to end our fireside vibe on. I'm wondering, is there any other takeaway or anything else you want to leave with our beautiful viewers?
Um, I feel like that's all there. But yeah,
Yeah.
if anything, you know, if anyone wanted to start somewhere, and I know you have your beautiful yin offerings, you know, just fucking put some music on
Yeah.
and get outside, take your shoes off
Yes.
and dance out in your backyard where no one's watching. And you seriously, like, you don't think it's going to change your life, but it will change your life. And if you want to go the next step, take all your clothes off and do it naked, like under the sun. And seriously, like, notice what comes up. Just notice what comes up. And if your energy shifts, like if your energy shifts, then, you know, it's medicine. And then do it again the next day, do it again the next day, and just watch your life just get better and better.
That's such a beautiful takeaway. Everyone, this is what you need to do. You need to go outside, shoes off, feet on the earth, dance in the sun.
Yeah, dance inside. And you want to, sometimes another good thing if you're starting this journey of like healing, put on music that you used to dance to when you were a teenager. Everyone talks about healing their inner child. Your teenager needs the biggest fucking hug. You're in a teenager. Like, I went back and danced to all my favorite songs from then, crying and just like loving her so much, right? Like, I think our inner
Yeah.
teenager, we can like oh my God, did I really do that? Oh my God,
Yeah,
how
yeah,
embarrassing.
yeah,
But when you see her, like I see my inner teenager when I went through this whole dance process with that, and it was like she was looking for what I was feeling in that moment, right? But she was looking in the
yeah,
nightclubs, and she was looking in the arms of men that were not good, and she was looking in the drugs and the alcohol. And when I was dancing with her, and it was just such a beautiful experience. So yeah,
yeah.
go back, dance to some old songs, and notice what comes up.
Yes. I think there's something special about us stepping into the woman that our younger self would run to be held.
Totally. Yeah, it gives
Yeah.
me goosebumps.
Oh.
Yeah, so you can dance
Candace,
with her.
thank you.
My love, that was beautiful.
And can you just quickly, you've mentioned an offering that's coming up in the next week or so. Can you speak to that at all?
Yeah, so it's specifically for space holders. So I've never had an offering specifically for space holders. Um, so it is it's 9 months, which is beautiful. It's like the birthing time. I find that such a powerful number. So doors will open next Tuesday, but I do have a free offering that starts next Tuesday to celebrate. So if anyone was interested, it's completely free. It begins with a 90-minute masterclass talking about this, what we've been talking about here, really like going, it's called overgiving to overflow. So going from that resentment, guilt, shame, that constantly overgiving, which I see in space holders. So many space holders don't want to charge money. I was there too, right? We're healers. We're meant to give everything for free, and we want to give everything for free. You know, it's really hard to
Yeah,
charge for services. But what I've realized is the more money I earn, the more I give, the better my energy is, my family is. So, you know, it's just unlocking all those pieces. So it's a big somatic, subconscious journey to just unlocking wealth, abundance, but impact as well. Because, you know, if we're a healer or a space holder, we want to make the world a better place. Like that
yeah,
is why we do what we do. So it's how can we go about that? But yeah, this 9 day starts with this 90-minute masterclass just discussing all of this. And then we shifted to Telegram, which is where I run all my businesses via voice notes. So, you know, if anyone wants to come in and try it, my number one gift in human design is truth telling. And so I can see people's blocks. You know, they can say, I want to be this, I want to do this. They just talk to me, and then I'm like, well, this belief, this isn't in alignment with this. I can see it so clearly. So
yeah,
come in, use my gift. Like I do it for free for any Tom, Dick, and Harry down the beach. But come and use my gift for 9 days. You know, if you really want to up level, leap somewhere, expand into something new, come into this offering and just experience what it's like to get really granular, looking at your life at that energetic, deeper level, and how making those little tweaks internally can just fucking rearrange your whole reality
yeah.
in a way that you know you really want and desire. So if anyone's interested, come into that.
Thank you. Thank you,
My love.
Queens. Oh,
Queens. Oh, that's Nikki. She was on retreat.
beautiful.
Everyone
Much
should check
love
out
to
her
you,
page.
Nikki.
Actually, she does the most beautiful readings with the most beautiful sayings. She's all about mental health, and her page is so beautiful. It's
I'm
so
going to do a shout out. So this is snailed underscore mindfulness.
and you'll have a laugh. She started, man. She got the download to take photos of snails on miniature furniture. That's how she began. And they make you laugh so much. Like she just wants to bring joy to the world. So yeah, go follow her, everyone.
Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, beautiful
Thank you,
Candace.
my love. I'll speak to you soon.
Yes, yes. Much love to you all. Go and dance. And go and get a freebie.
Go
Go.
dance and
Do
go get
it.
a freebie.
Love you.
Bye, my love.